With an unceremonious letter released in a tweet, President Joe Biden is out. He spent the first few paragraphs outlining his accomplishments and then announced to the world he will no longer be campaigning. Writing, quote, "While it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term." In the same breath, Biden decided to endorse Kamala Harris to be the nominee of the party, saying, quote, "Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump." Former President Donald Trump responded to Biden dropping out in a Truth Social post, saying crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president and certainly not fit to serve. All those around him, including his doctor and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president. We will remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Make America great again. Over 30 Democrat congressmen had called for Biden to step down, including most recently former Democrat, now independent Senator Joe Manchin, citing growing Democratic concerns about Biden's electability following last month's debate.
And I say this, and I came to the decision with a heavy heart that I think it's time to pass the torch to a new generation.
Senator Marco Rubio does not believe Biden should be able to keep his office if he stops campaigning.
I think the question is, if he's not going to be their nominee because he's not up to it, how can he be our president for the next 6 months? Like, if there's something wrong with you that doesn't allow you to run for president, how can you still be there as president? If they're going to remove him as nominee, they got to remove him as president, and that's really bad for our country. But look, they're all responsible because there was a conspiracy of lies that they've deliberately hidden his deterioration from the American public until they could no longer do it.
Calls for Biden began after a disastrous debate performance. In the weeks since, Biden gaffes have been under a microscope.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Biden said in the letter he would address the nation in more detail about his decision in the coming days. For Washington Examiner, I'm Amy DeLaura.